Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to this week's episode of Maconomics, brought to you by Cricket Wireless. It's your boy Ross Mac, and I'm here to try to help you get to a bag. Look, we got a new caller calling. Talk to me what you got.
Hey Ross Mac, this is Willie here. Listen, I got 7 boys and I'm trying to tell them about investing, because if they think they're going to inherit anything from me except high blood pressure, they got another thing coming. So Ross Mac, how do I get my sons into caring about investing?
Hey, first things first, my dog. I need you to get that blood pressure down, but also, man, I love that you're thinking about getting your kids invested early on, right? And look, the same way our kids might debate about what's the best career field, or their dream car, or what's the best pick in fantasy football, look, man, you're gonna also have them arguing over what's the best stock to invest in. And that's really the way to go about thinking about this, right? The way you teach them is we have to make investing personal and relatable. So how exactly do we do that? Well, you have to start off by focusing on the companies that's part of your child's everyday life. You know, the ones that they think that they can't truly live without. And look, that's gonna range from some of the fast food brands that they eat a lot, or the social media companies that they are on the daily. Now look, hopefully you kind of understand the brands that I was talking about, because I can't necessarily mention them because, you know, they ain't write a check for this episode. But look, in all seriousness, it's all about connecting the dots between their everyday experiences and the big world of investing around them. Look, show them that investing gives them the ability to share in the success of many of their favorite companies that they use on a daily, right? And look, exactly how do we do that? Well, it's all about the stock market, right? Stocks represent a small piece of ownership in these publicly traded companies that they love and use on a daily, right? And by owning stocks, your kids will now become business owners. And theoretically, guess what? They're gonna make money as their friends go out and shop at some of their favorite companies and use those same services. Now look, man, one of the greatest investors of all time is my dog, Warren Buffett. And he's gonna give you the advice that when it comes to investing, you should actually buy what you know. So it definitely makes sense to actually own the companies that your kids are using frequently. And Warren Buffett is also going to urge your kids to have a diversified portfolio. Look, having a diversified portfolio allows you to reduce your chances of experiencing large losses by spreading your investments across different asset classes and different sectors. And look, the easiest way to do that is by owning an ETF. An ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. Think of it like this, right? It's just a basket of all these other stocks. So the same way you could actually buy maybe 1 or 2 candy bars, now you could actually buy a variety pack that has a lot of them in there, right? One of the most common ETFs is the S&P 500. Look, show your kids that you now have the ability to own 500 of America's top companies for one single price. And here's the idea, right? If one of those 500 companies isn't necessarily doing well, that will actually be offset by the 499 other companies. That's diversified portfolio. Now look, the next part of helping them understand investing is actually letting them know that the best way to do this is actually not thinking about it at all. Look, right, take for instance the company Acorns. Acorns provides a platform for members to invest that spare change in a diversified portfolio in order to help grow their wealth. So here's the thing, right? When you're out shopping, without even thinking, Acorns would then round up the purchase to the nearest dollar, and that could be invested in your favorite ETFs. And here's a fun fact. Cricket offers Acorns for a year free on unlimited plans. And look, man, remember, the goal is this, right? It's not just about making money. It's actually about teaching your kids patience, research, and the value of investing, right? Because you're planting the seed that one day will grow into a lifelong interest of money making and making sure that your kids and your kids' kids are financially literate. But man, great question. I truly hope that helps, brother. Next caller, talk to me. What you got?